but then Viney Colo, the veteran, on the left wing. So it'll just be exciting to see what they decide to do here, James.
They have Lauti positioned out to the right-hand side.
Is that one of theirs?
Looking to create a mismatch in midfield is going to make it hard for Ryberg, who's on the left wing, to sweep in behind. They're lined up nice and flat.
Thank you.
Good move this week, putting O'Malley into the fly half position. Obviously O'Malley, Tasman Marco player down in New Zealand. Lots of experience. So they look to work the ball back. The ball's available. Ika, good strong run from Gannon Moore over the advantage line. Looking to play quick. Excellent work from Williams. He slips right through. No. Referee says there was some obstruction there.
Yeah, just these early penalties. You know, the Warriors a little bit untidy early on in these great opportunities. So they've got to get the discipline down. That's a little bit unfortunate, up to a bit of referee's discretion. But the law's the law, and they got to understand that and just be a bit patient here to put points on the board.
It was the right option from Lance Williams, looking to go quick. They hadn't set up the pillar defenders. The Raptors just ran into his own player there. So, again, the Raptors with the line out just outside the 22. They've been playing from in their own territory as they look to run a short option. Got Luke White standing out in the midfield. He's top 10 in the league for carries and meters gained. Wouldn't be surprised as this ball goes to him. Well taken by O'Neill. They're setting up a wall. Denison to kick. And there is the box kick. Good kick, contestable. Chasing up after it is Harley Davidson. It is back in the hands of the Warriors. No, it was lost forward, so Johnny, they've done their homework. Vinacolo's such a dynamic player. Not so great under the high ball.
Yeah, definitely. And there was a little bit of miscommunication again. You know, the Warriors have had these two kicks early on, one the kickoff and one this box kick. They've just got to have a little bit more confidence going up and taking the ball to possess the pill so that they can use it again, because the patience is there so far from the build-up, but the Warriors also thrive off broken play and fast play, and the Glendale Raptors are doing a great job of slowing that down and getting them out of groove early on.
Yeah, and we saw Denison last weekend, a few box kicks that weren't executed that well. That was a perfectly weighted box kick. It was to the point where the defenders running back were in contention to catch the ball as well, so creating some confusion at the back. So we see Denison to feed. Hooked back in by Dahl. Leafer running hard at the line. A little out the ball back to Cruze. There's Taikato Simpson. Nice kick, strong chase, and there's the big man Ryberg coming in after it. Well taken to the back by Whippy. Cullen looking to set up position to clear. Yeah, and there's Peter Dahl. It's almost too tempting as a 7 sometime.
Gone quick.
Referee wants to take him back to the mark.
Yeah, definitely a little bit tempting there to put your hand in, you know, but the ref's going to pick that one out every time. You got to let the halfback have his free rights to the ball and can't come diving over the ruck like that. So O'Malley's got a great chance to get the Warriors back up towards halfway and then on the attack again.
Good kick by O'Malley, drives it right up to the 40-meter line. Raptors territory. It was a good option by Taikato Simpson to kick in behind. Good chase by Ryberg. Plenty of pressure at the breakdown, but Whippy did very well at the back. And of course, Whippy coming back this season, his brother, we heard is what, a couple weeks out. They're both big players in this region.
Yeah, definitely. Whippy just, you know, ignites some more experience there in the back line.
So we see Elkington with a charging run up the middle. There's Jensen, the Eagle lock. Referee is playing advantage. Peter Dahl is in there again, trying to slow down the ball, so a couple quick penalties, just gaining meters down the field.
Yeah, and almost immediately you see the Warriors sideline point towards the sticks. So we'll see if Captain O'Malley chooses that option. Hasn't missed a kick so far, 5 for 5 on the year. This is a good opportunity to get the early lead. 40 meters out in front of the sticks. The wind's died down a little bit. Great opportunity to steal a bit of momentum here for the Warriors.
Yeah, and it's crucial to get points when you have the opportunity. I felt last week against the Legion, you know, they turned down points, very easy points from in range, and they're trying to, you know, that aggression to want to score in the corner, but in the end, just being able to tick over the scoreboard sometimes psychologically against an opposition is a great asset.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And the Warriors are used to scoring points from last year. This year, they've been held a lot, so just getting those points ticking, taking them when they're on offer, that's a huge help, like you said, psychologically and also on the scoreboard for the team.
Right, dead center, 40 meters out. Strikes the ball well, and it is through. So first points to the Utah Warriors.
First blood, 3 points, 3-0. Can't ask anything else. Just like you said, James, very physical game so far. The Warriors just been in the range to be able to take the 3. To see how Glendale fire back on this kickoff, the Warriors will be looking to make amends from the first kickoff and actually get their hands on the ball this time.
He's a very good ball striker as we see the replay. They had plenty of legs, would have easily made it from the halfway. We see Malifa hoist a contestable kick up. Better communication at the back. It is taken by the Warriors. Strong carry from Vanderberg. Mally's in the pocket. With time. Can't go out on the full, but well taken at the back. And here is Luke White to see what he does. Little show and go, and runs straight into his own player.
You love to see that little show and go from the big man.
Strong carry there. That is Cody O'Neill. This Warriors defense getting up off the line very quickly, making it difficult for the Raptors attack.
Good option.
Slings the ball into O'Malley. Looks to kick back. Taikato Simpson has it covered well. He has support at the back. Little show and go. Heading across field.
Is that Sevens experience for you?
Oh, smashed in a massive tackle on the outside. Alifa to White, looking to play it out the back. Dahl can't hang on. Moore has come away with the ball. Oh, the miracle offload to Lauti. How about that work from Gannon Moore? Whippy getting in the mixer. He needs to find some support. Peter Dahl was all over that ball. The ball is back for the Warriors. Ika plays it out the back. Good strong carry from McLennan. Playing advantage and another penalty right in front of the post, Johnny.
Yeah, another great opportunity here. This is very similar, just a few meters forward from where O'Malley made his last kick. Glendale just playing the ball on the ground there. You know, what I've seen so far, James, is both these defenses have been very quick off the line. Referee Krause, he has penalized 15 penalties in the first game, and 8 of them were for offsides, but he's let this game go, and this is why these teams have been caught behind the advantage line. So we'll see how their strategy changes up, but I could see more kicking and more territory coming into play if people can't break the advantage line.
So O'Malley has a good opportunity. Again, if you rush up, what you want to do is an attacking side. If you can get that ball quickly, and get fast ball, and you can see that from the Raptors, and they're looking to play out the back. There will be space out wide.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that fast off the line can be a good and a bad thing. You know, it can really curse you if your team doesn't stay in a line, and if they can find those gaps, this could be an opportunity to open up some running, exciting rugby.
See Cruze heading to the sideline as O'Malley strikes this one well again. Straight down the middle, 6 points to 0. Warriors extend their lead.
Yeah, exactly what you want there. The Warriors making the most of the penalties inside Glendale's half. Glendale looking to get right back into this.
Deep kick this time. Taken to the back. There's O'Malley. They need to run a phase here before they work him back in. Going down the short side with Jensen. Back to Vandenberg. Patient here. Good strong carry. It was Uhila. Ball was passed back inside. It's back to Luke White. Luke White tiptoes along the touchline. Good option by Taikato Simpson. Ball bouncing into the 22. O'Malley. Great nudge. Looking to get over Ryberg. Ryberg, he is a very strong, powerful runner. Looks to size up his opposition. And does. Good strong carry. There's trouble here.
Lauti might be hurt on that. His shoulder goes.
Dahl with the carry. They have numbers on the blind side if they choose to use it here. Instead, they go through Malifa. Untidy. You saw this last week with the Raptors. It's just lack of execution. They take that one more phase, they're in real trouble, the Warriors. It's just a little too eager to start the match.
Yeah, I think that's both teams. And I think that also comes down to being behind 6 points to 0 on the scoreboard. You know, they're a little eager to get on the board, make their presence known, but if they just slow it down, make the right decisions, choose wisely, then they'll be able to set up those phases. And the more phases you go, the more tired the defense gets, the more space they'll get them behind. So they're being frustrated by this staunch Warriors defense. But, I mean, we'll see how long it can last. The defense for the Warriors has been doing great all season. But there's only a matter of time till those gaps come, and Glendale has to find them and then execute them.
So it will be a Warriors feed. Chad London has come on for Cruze. We had a little bit of blood. Chad London, obviously a USA Eagle. He's a veteran in this Raptors side. He started last week. It's a long season this year, Johnny.
Yeah, it is, you know, and that's also a very exciting thing for Major League Rugby. Last year was a little shorter, it was a little tease, a little taste of what rugby can be. But we've got a few more teams adding in this year, and a few more will be on the lineup for next year. And it's just a testament to how solid these fans are. They love this game. They're starting to really understand it, get behind it. And I'm excited to see what heights Major League Rugby can reach this year and in the coming years.
Eager to feed. Again, strong set piece from Glendale. The ball does come back off the left boot. Nice little kick, finding ground. And here's Harley Davidson. He tore up this field last season. There is Simpson.
Top.
Tries to go over the outstretched hands of Whippy. Little untidy at the back. Whippy's in trouble. He does well. Puts out the big fend. Fends off London. Finds support on the inside from Micah. Good carry there. There is Williams. A little bit slow at the breakdown. Working the ball towards the sideline. Cullen's out on the sideline. Good strong carry. Pushing away players. Still on his feet and still driving. Excellent. They need quick ball and they do find it. And there is Vinicolo. This is better attack now. Untidy pass. Flicked around the back. There is more. Such a powerful runner. Does get the offload to Whippy. They've got numbers out wide. Lauti, show and go. He's still on his feet. Leading try scorer from last season. Throws the miracle ball.
Might have gone forward. Was wait to see. Difficult to tell from our vantage point, but he's going to check with the assistant referee. And he's given it.
That was absolute magic, Johnny.
That was beautiful.
As we look at the replay, Gannon Moore, such a powerful runner, gets the ball off to Whippy. There is that man, Lauti, jinking and driving inside, and I thought he should have given the pass.
A little greedy.
Yeah, but he managed to flick it out the back. Look at that pass,
Yeah,
Sonny Bill Williams all day long.
It's a beauty and a great finish there from Ada Alkington in the corner.
So there's a little bit of that mojo we used to seeing last year.
Yeah, it's that battle of the, you know, in between the 40-meter lines, the midfield battle, and that was really the first line break, or half line break, really, that Glendale gave up, and the Warriors were able to capitalize on that. So beautiful execution, and now, you know, 11-0 with a kick to come. This is a big hole for the Raptors to be in. 21 minutes into the game.
It is, and those 6 points, we talked about the importance of taking the points when they're available. 6 points, if he converts this, it's an excellent lead, especially early in the game. And it came, that whole passage of play came off of a strong carry from Cullen on the left-hand side, and just patience. You know, they're not looking to force the pass as they've done in the first couple games of the season.
Yeah, that's all you can ask from your forwards, your big, strong runners, and even your backs, you know, just getting over the advantage line. You can get to it and get over it, you're going to create a lot of momentum.
O'Malley's kick is straight through the uprights. Excellent. That takes the score 13 points to 0. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more action.
What's left to me is beating in this guitar. Every night a different town. She follows me around. So you get what's left to me. Yeah, you get what's left to me. 'Cause it feels like a party. It feels like a damn good time to me. A bunch of country girls and back row boys all here to drink and sing.
Hi, I'm Ned Siegfried. Siegfried & Jensen's been handling injury cases in Utah for over 30 years. In addition to our main office in Salt Lake, we have recently opened offices for your convenience in Ogden, Provo, and St. George. Even though most business these days is done online, we really enjoy meeting our clients in person whenever possible. If you've had the misfortune of being injured, call us. We can probably tell you right on the phone whether or not you have a case.
Welcome back to Zions Bank Stadium with the Utah Warriors. I tell you, it's a cold night tonight, but they are on fire, Johnny.
They're on fire. They've started off exactly how they want. You know, 13 points to 0. Defense being great. Offense started off a little bit shaky, but they've started to execute. And as we look to the board, we'll see a replay of the try from Uta Alkington. Just a little line break there in the middle. Offload to Whippy. Whippy looks outside to Natalauti. Like we said, we thought he got a little bit greedy with a shake and bake, but he was able to make a couple men miss. Little flick out the back door and a try in the corner. Beautifully executed, and one of the greatest tries you'll see from this week in Major League Rugby.
That will certainly be on highlight reels, probably for the whole season. But if you're Glendale, an opportunity to resettle here. They just need to be a little bit more patient. They have so much firepower out wide.
Last year we saw Glendale, you know, they went behind. The Warriors came out, got a lead when we were at Zion Bank Stadium. They were able to work their way back into it. Let's see if they can settle down and get the points on the board.
Here is O'Malley. Good low kick. Back to White. Taikato Simpson fires a spiral kick straight back into the hands of Whippy, who returns the favor into plenty of space. Excellent kick by Whippy. Denison does fine touch, so a little bit of back and forth there. You know, Whippy is a very, very good kicker of the ball, and he's got great vision. You see it so many times. A good 15, be able to return the back and forth and find space in the corner.
Yeah, well, the back three for the Warriors is so exciting. You know, you got Whippy, Lauti, and Vaini Kolo, and you never know what they're going to do from a defensive standpoint. Are they going to run it because they have the ability to score from anywhere, or can they put it on their boot and have a little bit of nudge?
So we see Daniels to throw. Untidy at the back. It does go over the back. Well taken by White. Charging onto the ball is Monroe. There's the intent. A little bit off the side of the boot. Drops right into Vainakolo's hands. Let's see what he can do. He's so dangerous on broken counter-attack. There he goes! Charging through the hole. Needs to find support. The board is there. That was magical, not able to find hand. Now it's Glendale's opportunity with the ball. Throwing the ball wide. Cruze's met in a solid tackle from Lauti. Looks like it did spill forward, and it did.
Look at the excitement there you see from the Warriors. This is the confidence they lacked last year when they were fighting, you know, their Goliath, Glendale. So this is the confidence you want to see early on, and they're just going to want to keep ticking away, playing in the right half of the field. not get overconfident. Great take there by Vainicola. A little bit of 50-50 pass, but that's what they live and die by.
He's certainly exciting to watch off broken play, isn't he, Johnny?
He's such a powerful runner. You know, it doesn't take him a lot to get going. And when I played with him last year during the practices, he was one that I didn't want to tackle when you let him get up to speed, because you're a little bit worried going for those massive legs that you might not wake up until tomorrow if you don't tackle him right.
So Warriors, another tacking opportunity. See Lauti playing with the defense, starting on the blind side, but he does come inside O'Malley. Better scrum this time. O'Malley straight at the line hard. Little switch back inside to the missile. And he was taken, looks like playing advantage for a high tackle. Referee says play on. That's Uhila running a bit high into the collision. Referee should still be playing advantage, and a great little deft kick in behind. It does find space. Bounces straight back up. Gannon Moore unable to get it, but no. Referee says no advantage, and they'll come back to another kicking opportunity for this Utah Warriors.
Yeah, this one will be a bit more around halfway. Looks like the wind is at the Warriors' back, and like we've seen from his first 2 penalties in that conversion, plenty of leg from O'Malley, and this could put them outside 2 converted tries in a great range where you want to be to keep the foot on the throat.
O'Malley just looks like he's choosing not to go for points. He looked to bang it down into the corner.
Yeah, well, last week we saw that great maul try, over 22 meters. The forwards were able to get off a line out, drive that ball forward and score. So it looks like they're confident in that same thing. So they're going to try and get some solid ball off this set piece, drive it down, see if the forwards can't do the work.
They've favoured Williams heavily so far. Williams, kind of an interesting story. Grew up in Hawaii, University of Hawaii. He was the all-time leading tackler and a captain there, so quite a physical presence.
Yeah, definitely, and Lance is just such a great player to be around. He's all team. He's everything that you can ask for. And he's one, if you talk to the coaches, that last year they didn't expect him to play so much, but he just picked up the game because he's a natural athlete, and he's been able to contribute in a significant way so far for the Warriors.
So they look to set up their drive. Still working in the back, trying to slide the ball. There's Jensen. Jensen has the ball, but it's well defended so far by Glendale. Rolling around the corner, still moving.
Is that maul we spoke about?
Ball does go to ground.
Got advantage.
Yes, another penalty advantage, taking down the maul, so continuing to build pressure.
Really been impressed with the Warriors forward pack this season. Even though they're 1 win, 1 loss over their 2 games, this forward pack has been a rock. And they're looking to actually go back towards this corner. They're confident in that maul. So O'Malley's going to put this one out about 5 meters from the line. And the forwards are just going to say, hey, backs, we don't need you. We're going to push this over ourselves.
Talk about a bit of change in the off-season. You got Stevie Scott coming in, the forwards coach. Talked to a few of the players. He definitely brings a new level of intensity. And obviously, he's got great pedigree. Played professional rugby in Scotland from '99 to 2006. And he worked all the way up to the Scottish national team in terms of coaching. So already his impact being felt here as they look to drive again. Trying to roll that maul around the corner. The ball is still there. Yes. They are playing advantage again. Crowd willing them on as they continue to roll around the corner. Can the Warriors push this one over? Sliding down the blind side. That was McClellan. Referee is still playing advantage for taking down the maul.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Got the insert!
Yes, and that is a penalty. That's 2 penalties in a row on the maul. No doubt the referee will have a word to the Raptors.
Quick. Williams takes it in quickly.
Still working towards the goal line. Ike is there. Vandenberg has Lauti with him. Good strong carry from Vandenberg. Lauti is still pushing him forward. Well met in defense by Malifa.
That's great defense there from the Raptors.
O'Malley coming up hard, tries to throw it out the back to Whippy. The ball is there. If they use it quickly, they've got numbers. Ball is slowed down. Little show and go by O'Malley. McClellan Able to slip the ball off. Still available. Malley looks inside. Good inside running line and a strong carry from the missile. Masialago. Ika couldn't find Cullen, who was coming charging round the corner.
Good counter ruck.
All was still available, building phases. Oh, backs out to the right. Whippy, little show and go. Great short ball by Lauti. Doesn't go to hand. The ball is still in bounds. Going back there is O'Malley. O'Malley taking in a good tackle by Fenolio.
Little bit of breathing room for the Raptors from that kick.
Yeah, great defensive stand it was. As Ryberg comes in, able to put enough pressure on that. He's going to confirm with the touchy.
I think it might have touched a Raptors player, and the Warriors should get a scrum here.
Oh, he's saying it was slapped down. It looked like he did come in ball and all, but they do get the penalty. And another opportunity to build pressure, but what a great defensive stand there by the Raptors. 10, probably 15 phases, able to hold their line.
Yeah, great defense. Also a really good patient attack there from the Warriors. They weren't able to find the gap. But you know, former player yourself, James, the defense sometimes is the hardest, because taking those hits over and over again, that can wear you out more than anything. And you can see the Raptors, they're sucking in pretty heavily right now. But it was solid defense, and that's exactly what they're going to want to do, is not make this deficit any bigger going into halftime.
It's actually an advantage to the defense when you're down on the goal line there, and the Warriors decided to try and go wide. It's really the advantage to the defense there. They're able to get up in their faces, and that's why they lost meters. It would have been good to see the Warriors challenge around the fringes a little bit more. Good take by Jensen, wrapping around is Daniels. Good set piece move here. The double wrap inside line. There is Lauti. Good work over the ball by Glendale, able to slow that ball down. Ika. Ali lowers his head. He's back on the short side. There's a little bit of confusion there. The ball does come out, and here's Gannon-Moore. Let's see what he can do. He's so dangerous. Trying to slip the offload. Taken well in the tackle by Malifa. Continuing to work the ball upfield. Williams does spill the ball forward there. Playing advantage, yes, referee does blow the whistle, so a chance for Glendale to relieve some of this pressure.
You know, again and again, you know, that Glendale defense, there's sparks or flashes of brilliance from the Warriors, but they can't quite capitalize on it. And that's been the story all season. You know, and that's what's been so important about getting those 2 penalty kicks as well. They've only scored 1 try, scored, what, 1 last week as well. So the Glendale psychologically are getting this advantage on defense. Now they just got to turn it into points offensively.
And they're really being starved of possession. So the statistics in the first half heavily favoring the Warriors. And also territory. Glendale have spent a lot of time down inside their 22. But 8 minutes to go in the first half. Glendale will want to score before halftime.
They'll definitely want to capitalize on this run against play. The Warriors have dictated this first half, but that can change in an instant, and that's the beauty of rugby.
Good strong carry.
Great
That's
run.
Petza charging through the line, wrapping around the corner. That is a good carry by Daly. To find support. Support is there. This is better work. Taikato Simpson jinks inside. Numbers galore out to the left. O'Neill with a strong carry. Malifa looks inside. Good inside line, but well taken. That was Ika. Absolutely crushes him in the tackle. Petza. That's Fafita. That's Fafita's first carry. He's a strong ball carrier as he slips through the tackle, but there's no support with him. And it is turned over. And there is Ika. Ika needs the ball. He's not looking inside. Can he free his arms? He does, but it's untidy at the back. Ryberg comes away. Now Cruze. Let's see what Glendale could do. They are dangerous on the turnover.
Oh, this stays in bounds. This will be interesting.
They've hoofed the ball downfield. Tough bounce for Gannon-Moore. Gannon-Moore needs to hold his feet and wait for support, and he does. Good clean out by Cullen. There is a Glendale player down in the backfield here. Malley looking to find touch. Taikato Simpson. Little shake and bake. Leaves the ball behind.
Oh, he's offside.
He is offside, so costly penalty there, Johnny.
Yeah, you know, that was pretty exciting. Both teams, you know, being a little bit impatient, a little bit, you know, throwing these 50-50 balls. It's like 1 minute Glendale has a chance inside the Warriors half. The next minute, you know, Ika's on that beautiful run inside the 5-meter line, just gets a little bit impatient and hasty and throws it back, and then Glendale's right on the attack. Unfortunately there, a little spill, and then Glendale give up another penalty, and O'Malley's looking to the sticks to make this 16 points as we are nearing 5 minutes to go in this half.
This puts it outside of 2 converted tries. Ika there, he had plenty of support with him. He had Whippy, also Latu, coming down the sideline. So, you know, perhaps a little miscommunication there. If they had gone one phase, it was all over.
Yeah, you know, that scrambling defense. Both teams are actually doing a pretty good job once those line breaks are made to scramble and get back. I am noticing the Warriors being a little bit quick off the line. Sometimes it seems like they might be bordering on offside. So far, referee Krause has let them get away with it. Let's see if it continues. But I do enjoy the way the referee has refereed this game so far, just allowing running rugby and exciting rugby, and these fans are appreciating it too.
Yes, they are. And how about those fans? It is brisk outside. We're below 30 degrees now, but we've got almost 2,000 fans out here supporting their home team. O'Malley strikes the ball well again. Straight through the uprights, extends the lead, 16 points to 0. It is all Warriors so far in the first half.
And O'Malley, that boot, he's got that ball on a string. All of kicks, they haven't been gimmies by any stretch, but he's just struck him so perfectly off the boot. And it is tricky conditions up here on the hill in Hiram in Utah. A little bit windy. O'Malley's done a great job as captain of this team to steer the ship.
Taken at the back, it is Uhila. There is O'Malley back in the pocket again. Was passed back inside, he's done well, driving it straight down Luke White's throat. Let's see what he does. He wants to take a charge. Lowers the shoulder, met in a hard tackle by Elkington. Great work by Elkington. Uhila is down in the backfield, so they have a numerical advantage. O'Neill slips the ball through the hands.
Beauty.
Great work, the ball is in Petz's hands. So, good attacking opportunity for Glendale. But referee says play on. Good work at the breakdown. Ika bangs it over the top. What a box kick. Driving back into the corner. Will it stay in bounds?
Wow.
How about that? Played quickly, though. It was the right option. And here is Cruze to try and relieve the pressure. Nice kick off the left boot, but how about that box kick? You know, Ike has come in this week. He's done a good job. You know, he's from the Marco's Academy. He replaced Luciano from last week, but that combination between those two Marco players is really nice.
Yeah, well, what I've seen so far from Ika is he's a physical halfback or scrum half too. You saw him lay the wood on a big hit in the midfield, and then he's got a nifty little right boot as well, driving that one down inside the 5-meter line, and a great ball distributor. So he's coming in having a solid performance so far, and that's what they need to free up the space for the backs.
As he feeds, Elkington absolutely smashed in the tackle by Malifa. Dull is over the ball. Great work at the ball, but it came from a crunching tackle. Malifa shooting in on the outside, and then a good 7 as he is. Peter Dahl straight over the ball. And a chance to get out of their own territory, Johnny.
Yeah, Peter Dahl's been over the ball all night, and I think this is the first one that he's come up with. He's been a bit unlucky so far not to get any penalties for the Warriors players holding on a little longer than they might have. But that's a great turnover and exactly what you want from a flanker.
Taikato Simpson with a great nudge down, so edging up towards the 22-meter line. Like to see the Raptors build a few more phases here. We can see their intent. They're running hard. They're trying to play out the back. They just need 2 to 3 more phases. As Fenolio looks to throw. Untidy at the front. Comes back into Fenolio's hands. Here's Fafita. Good strong carry and the extra roll. Just slowing the ball down at the breakdown. The Warriors. Runs into a crunching tackle from McLennan. The ball does spill out the back. Now here's Whippy. Whippy, strong through the tackle, freeing his arms. And there is the box kick. Good contestable box kick. Will it stay in bounds? It does. Taikato Simpson, he's all alone at the back. What will he do? Shake it back. He's got to beat his defender, and he does that. Great footwork. He is a touch player. All touch players have fantastic feet, and he showed it there. Monroe on the wraparound. There's White, a little untidy. Petza.
Got space.
Good option. Tries to get the ball in behind O'Malley. A little bit too much loft on it. Whippy sizing up his options. Runs into a good tackle from White.
Warriors want to be careful here. You know what? We're inside 1 minute to go in this half. I don't like to see them playing with it too much here. Lauti, another touch player, you know, trying to give Taikato Simpson a run for his money, but not the right area of the field to be doing that in.
And they'll look to clear. Another good kick from O'Malley. He's finding good purchase on his kicks. Taikato Simpson finds Malifa in midfield. See what he does. Malifa steps off the right foot, finds support on the inside from Petza. He's got the nicest with him. Again, trying to push the pass. It is still in the Raptors' favor, though. There's a little knock on. Is there enough time for the scrum? The referee says yes, so another good attacking opportunity here. But again, it's that last pass. It's just being interrupted by this Warriors side. They're putting lots of pressure on, but it's that 50-50 ball we talked about.
Yeah, you know, and so far Glendale's actually been unlucky that all this 50-50 has gone against them because, you know, odds are that they're going to get some favorable bounces go their way, and so far it hasn't happened yet, but this is according to the game clock, and the referee might have a different clock on his wrist, but according to the game clock, this is the last play, middle of the field set piece. They look like they're lined up out left. This has to be a time where they put some points on the board or put some pressure on the Warriors going into the half.
3-3 split on defense. Let's look for an 8-9 to the right. They do, and that's what they do. Monroe off the back. Denison spots a half gap.
Oh, he might have lost that one.
He did. Lost the ball forward. Again, untidy from the Raptors. The tail of the first half, and that will do it, folks. Into the first stanza, 16 points to 0. The Warriors lead the Glendale Raptors. We see some of the highlights here. That was that great bustling run from Vainakolo. See plenty more highlights when we come right back after a short break.
A lot can happen when your sidekick is a dog.
Kicker! I got this.
That's why you use Zelle in the Mountain America app. It makes sending and receiving money fast and easy. So Kicker and I can keep the adventure going.
Zelle is now in the Mountain America mobile app. Quickly send and receive money from almost anyone with a bank account in the U.S.
Kicker, my sleeping bag.
I've got this.
All with the convenience and security of the Mountain America app.
humble beginnings to unlimited tomorrows, it's a bold new day in Tooele. So much, so close. For more information, contact us at tooelevalley.org.
Welcome back, everyone. Johnny, what a scintillating first half. This Utah Warriors side really finding their mojo on attack.
Yeah, I mean, Utah's making the most of the opportunities. Glendale, unfortunately, hasn't had much to cheer about on their sideline, and they're just not getting that knock of the ball. So if we go ahead and we look at this try that the Warriors scored, the only try of the game, can you believe it? But a beautiful run there from Whippy, and then outside to Lauti. Lauti does what he does best, leading try scorer last season. Flicks it out the back door with a magic pass. And then my former BYU teammate, Ada Alkington, beautiful hands and great finish in the corner.
See again, there's Gannon Moore, the Kansas City Blues Rugby Club. He is a capped Eagle and he's showing why he's so dangerous. I think it's a very good combination having him in the midfield. He's definitely taking multiple defenders to get to the ground as we see that absolute champagne rugby out the back.
Yeah, and that's what it's been. It's been a tale of who can break the advantage line more, and that's what it's going to be leading into the second half.
We'll be right back with more coverage in just a few moments.
A lot can happen when your sidekick is a dog.
I got this.
That's why you use Zelle in the Mountain America app. It makes sending and receiving money fast and easy. So Kicker and I can keep the adventure going.
Zelle is now in the Mountain America mobile app. Quickly send and receive money from almost anyone with a bank account in the U.S.
Kicker, my sleeping bag. I've got this.
All with the convenience and security of the Mountain America app.
Oh. Stand over here.
Hi, I'm Ned Siegfried. Siegfried and Jensen's been handling injury cases in Utah for over 30 years. In addition to our main office in Salt Lake, we have recently opened offices for your convenience in Ogden, Provo, and St. George. Even though most business these days is done online, we really enjoy meeting our clients in person whenever possible. If you've had the misfortune of being injured, call us. We can probably tell you right on the phone whether or not you have a case.
Tooele. Humble beginnings to unlimited tomorrows. It's a bold new day in Tooele. So much, so close. For more information, contact us at tooelevalley.org.
Welcome back. I'm here with Utah Warriors General Manager Kimball Kerr. Kimball, welcome.
Thanks.
Great first half, but let's just talk a little bit more about this whole setup. Obviously, you're a bit of a local hero here. Grew up playing youth rugby, played for BYU, represented the Eagles. How much of a dream is this to be able to have this whole setup possible?
Well, I think hero's a bit of a stretch, but appreciate it. But this is a dream come true for this community. This community eats, breathes, sleeps rugby. It's a part of our DNA. So to be able to have something like this in our backyard, to be able to offer this pathway, is it's a huge thing for these players to be able to have that opportunity to play for the Warriors and play Major League Rugby.
Yeah, and great players, obviously, but some big personnel changes in the off-season for you. 2 great coaching additions, Stevie Scott, James Semple. How much have they contributed to the atmosphere so far?
Unbelievable. I mean, you've noticed that our set piece is a lot better than it was last year. Our defense is a lot better than it was last year. We lead the league in defense. But, we just got to kind of twig on a couple things in attack, and I think we're going to be a team to beat.
Yeah, and definitely this fan base, outside of Seattle is pretty much widely known now. Utah fans are great. You got some great little gimmicks here. I see you're bringing the Mulu cowbell in.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a knockoff from, Waikato. But,
yeah.
I guess our head coach is from the Waikato, then, we've got to have it.
You do. Great. Well, Kimball, best of luck for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us. And again, great effort, fantastic setup, and an excellent team.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Right. Good job. Thank you.
All that's left to me is beating in this guitar. Every night a different town. She follows me around. So you get what's left to me. Yeah, you get what's left to me. 'Cause it feels like a party. It feels like a damn good time to me. A bunch of country girls and back row boys all here to drink and sing.
Hi, I'm Ned Siegfried. Siegfried & Jensen's been handling injury cases in Utah for over 30 years. In addition to our main office in Salt Lake, we have recently opened offices for your convenience in Ogden, Provo, and St. George. Even though most business these days is done online, we really enjoy meeting our clients in person whenever possible. If you've had the misfortune of being injured, call us. We can probably tell you right on the phone whether or not you have a case.
Tooele. Humble beginnings to unlimited tomorrows. It's a bold new day in Tooele. So much, so close. For more information, contact us at tooelevalley.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to Zions Bank Stadium here in beautiful Harriman, Utah. In case you've just joined us, it has been an absolute clinic in the first half. Utah Warriors leading the Glendale Raptors 16 points to 0. So we take a look at the crowd. Johnny, there's been plenty of sporting events on here today. To have 2,000 people out here in below freezing conditions, absolutely stellar.
Yeah, well, you see that there. The crowd's all bundled up, but the Warriors have been putting on a clinic and a show, and something that these fans, you know, last year they didn't really see the team start out strong and finish off games like they have so far tonight. And so great start to open the season at home for the Warriors. And these fans, you know, they're great. They've got all these gimmies, the scarves, the beanies, the cowbells they're giving out for opening night, and they're getting rewarded as well on the field.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few stern words going on in this Glendale changing room. A little bit more patience needs to be had. You know, some of those defensive things, that's just brilliance. When you're able to flick the ball out there, there's not a lot you can do. They've been tackling well. However, they need to be able to reverse this momentum that's being built on them.
Yeah, well, with all the possession the Warriors have had, I mean, 16 points is a big deficit. You know, that's over 2 converted tries, and that is going to be tough to come back from. But Glendale can do it. You know, their defense, for the most part, has been staunch. They've only given up 1 try. But it is all those penalties and that ill discipline within the kicking range, and O'Malley's just been able to knock them over. He's been perfect on the evening, 3 for 3 on penalties, and then 1 conversion for 11 points for him. So Glendale needs to be a bit more disciplined, and then a bit more patient in the execution of the offense. But defensively, if they can keep that up, they will frustrate the Warriors, and they can get back in this game.
Let's talk about how much the bench is going to come into play here. How nice is it if the Utah Warriors right now, you've got 2 Eagles sitting on your bench, ready to come on and make an impact, although Blake Burdett, absolutely amazing. He's still running around at 39 years old. He played in the 2007 Rugby World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I'm 28, and my knees are pretty much broken, and I don't like to run more than a mile a year, so that's a great credit to him. But you're right, the bench, you know, the All Blacks, the best team in the world, and obviously we're a little bit biased, both of us from New Zealand, but they call their reserves the run-ons, you know, and they say they run on to make an impact in the game. And so that's what both teams are going to want to utilize from their bench. And if they go to the bench, they're going to want those players not just to be bodies on the field, but to actually step up and change the game for their team.
Same with this Raptors side. Probably look for London to feature. He's a strong ball carrier. I thought Petzer, he's done really well in the first half. Cruze's been put under a lot of pressure. Utah doing very well. So it's one of these risky things. You run an outside in defense, you've got to take the ball and all. You've seen on the multiple occasions, Whippy, Lauti, Vinacolo coming on the outside and making that spot tackle. They know what's coming. So they're obviously well rehearsed leading into this week.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be those adjustments that the Glendale coaching staff has to have made in the locker room, you know, not just the pep talk to fire them up, but the strategy to change the game, because right now what they're doing isn't working.
So we see the Raptors make their way back onto the field. Look to see if there's been any changes made at halftime. As of now, looks like they've fielded the same side they started. And here is the hometown side coming back onto the field. This first 10 minutes will pay real dividends, setting the tone on the rest of this match. So we see referee Ben Croze coming back on the field. He's been good so far, Johnny. He's let the ball play.
Yeah, he's really good. You know, it's favored, you know, good, solid rugby. And granted, on a chilly evening, there probably hasn't been as many line breaks or as many exciting opportunities out wide for both teams. But referee Krause has done a great job at letting the game flow around the breakdown and not slow it down by blowing too many infractions.
There is that man. I was very fortunate to play with him for a couple of years, Vinacolo. He's not a fun player to come up against in contact drills.
He's a fun player to be around if you're on the same team.
Exactly. And O'Malley, hasn't he been good? Really great addition at 10. He's going to be hard to put him anywhere else.
Yeah, hasn't missed a kick all season, and, you know, that's a bonus with a number 10 like that. You know, anytime you get in range of a kick, pretty much guaranteed to put points on the board.
O'Malley straight back into White. White featured heavily in the first half, and here he is again charging downfield. Another great carry and excellent ball placement. O'Neill setting up options. Yes, was an offside penalty there. Not retreating behind the ruck, so Chance for Glendale to bang this one downfield as Taikato Smith looks to find touch. Saw O'Neill carry the ball there. O'Neill, a lot of great experience in the last couple of years. He went down to New Zealand, played rugby in Ponsonby, what a great club. Played for the Auckland 7 side, and then went down to Christchurch and played with my old club, the high school old boys, the Polar Bears. Shout out to any Polar Bears that are watching tonight. It is close to the temperature they survive in currently. As Fenolio goes up. Little untidy, the throw goes underneath, and it is picked up by the Warriors. Elkington lowers his shoulder, setting up both options, and they'll go back to O'Malley. He's kicked many times tonight, puts that one up to Ryberg. Got numbers out wide, but Taikato Smith puts up the spiral bomb. This one's got snow on it, folks. Very difficult to handle, but well done by O'Malley. Slings it out to Whippy. Whippy looking for someone to drop on the inside. There is Vinacolo. Jinking and driving and running straight through. There is Vinacolo. He is so dangerous. Finds support by Moore. It's a foot race to the corner. Gannon Moore. Scintillating rugby.
Well, that's the Vinacolo we were talking about. He's a walking highlight machine. You know, and the players are giving him his just rewards. You know, he took it, went a little bit backwards to go up the field, but then when he got up to speed, went right up the guts, went through the gap, and then found the man who had the gas right in the corner. What a beautiful try there from Gannon Moore.
Gannon Moore, stellar performance, but Vinacolo, you know, it's really interesting because you watch him and you think he's drifting sideways, but he's looking at the defense. He went straight between two front row forwards there. It was no mistake where he was heading. He's absolutely dynamic. He may not be as fast as he once was when he was playing Super Rugby, but the all-time leading try scorer for Tonga putting on a display tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's enjoying the American food around here. So he's put on a few pounds, but he's still, you know, just as dynamic, and he's a veteran of this game. So like you said, he doesn't just wander around aimlessly. He looks for those gaps, and he was able to find one and then capitalize with Gannon Moore. And the Warriors, you know, that's what they've been missing at the start of the season, is capitalizing on those opportunities. And tonight they've made the most of them. And so now this lead creeps up to 3 converted tries at 21-0 with a kick to come.
O'Malley has been perfect on the night so far. Perfect on the season so far. Strikes the ball well again. Pulls this one to the left though. The score will stay the same. 21 points to 0.
Might have cursed him there, James. The old commentator's curse in full effect.
Don't you hate that? So, Glendale, they need to make an impact next in this game. You see Malifa. It's up a contestable kick. There goes Davidson, but well taken by Jensen. I thought the Warriors have been very good at this aspect of their game. Playing 1 or 2 quick phases as we see Williams charge up the field. Trying to give a better angle for their kicker, O'Malley. Better chase here, but hoist the up and under. Ryberg's back. Well taken by Ryberg. Head straight upfield. Taikato Smith down the down the blind side. Fafita, he's been strong all day. A little bit high, still driving forward in the tackle. The ball is still available as they look to probe down the blind side. Denison, it's better stuff. But well taken there by the Warriors' defense. Looks like they've got a 3-on-2 down the blind side if they need it. And there's the Tajan man, Ryberg, driving hard through the tackle. Real opportunity for the Raptors here. There's Luke White calling for the ball, charging upfield. That Rugby League, but it's stolen by Gannon Moore. Gannon Moore's off again. Brilliant stuff by Gannon Moore. Quick pick and go up the middle of the field from the missile.
Get back, get back.
And O'Malley with a chance to relieve the pressure. The ball is passed back inside. So it will be played by Taikato Simpson. Here is Harley Davidson met in a crunching tackle by Uhila. Not much on here for the Raptors. So Luke White lowers the shoulder, tries to get across the gain line. Vanderberg Beats his opposite number. Leifa out the back. There's Petza. Taiketo Simpson slips the ball to Cruze. Now here's Davidson. Davidson, last time he played here, ran away with 3 tries and a man-and-match performance. This is better stuff from Glendale. It's where they like to play. Sizing it up. Fafita lowers his shoulder. They're playing advantage. There it is. Offside advantage. This referee blows his whistle.
Come on, please.
It's be interesting to see what they do here, James. Down 21-0. You know, this is right in front of the sticks, about 30 meters out. Relatively easy 3 points. If they find themselves in this hole, they might want to go for something a little bit more. They had attacked before where they were able to get inside the 5-meter line, and then they just get a little bit lazy, not protecting that ball, and the Warriors have been able to snipe in and snatch some of that ball from right underneath the Raptors' feet. And they can't have that happen if they want to get back in this game.
You know, Luke White's a big, strong man, and he went charging into the tackle of Gannon Moore, and how Gannon Moore was able to steal that ball from within 5 meters of the goal line shows the true strength of him. Gannon Moore, of course, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. There's actually a great highlight clip of him on YouTube before he ever played rugby in the high school state championship game, winning it on a lateral. So he was always destined to play rugby.
So they have gone for the line out. A full line out here, but they have also struggled with the line out, so this will be interesting to see if they can get their hands on the pill inside the 22.
Here it is, Tony. They look to set the maul. Nice maul, rolling round the corner. All broken up on defense. Leifa dropping, Petza back on the inside. Petza has been good tonight, finding purchase with his run. Leifa charging at the line, the show and go. Well taken in the tackle by Moore again. One-on-one on the blind side. There is Ryberg. Betted a solid tackle. The ball is still available for Glendale. Flicks the ball out. There's Fenolio on the charge. Flicks the ball back up again. There's Luke White. Referee is playing another advantage. He did just speak to O'Malley for the offside. So they've got a free play here. Petza trying to slip the tackle. Not held. Still working down the blind side. Taiketo Simpson! He did it last weekend. He's repeated it again. He's got an amazing ability to sit down a defender, flicks it out the back. That is exactly what this Raptors side needed.
Well, we saw a similar pass in the same area of the field in the first half for the Warriors. And now the Raptors repay the favor from a beautiful jam from Taiketo Simpson out the back door.
Watch this. They've actually got a numerical advantage there. The Warriors, it was a 2-on-3, but that is what a great ball carrier will do. It's honestly the exact same thing you saw last weekend. A little bit of a shimmy, flicks it out the back, and the Raptors are right back in this game. As we see Petza coming back to look to add a valuable 2. Every point will count tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there's a great pass, but also a great finish. Harley Davidson just, you know, skimping down the sideline there. We spoke at halftime of the fans were given these cowbells. Taiketo Simpson, he is from Tauranga in New Zealand, so he's probably a fan of the Chiefs. And in the Mulu country, they use those cowbells. So this might feel like a home game for him. Sometimes he hears those cowbells. And a great pass to get the Raptors back into a big kick here to cut the lead down to 2 converted tries. But now the momentum is on the side of Glendale.
Bells are definitely ringing. Petza from a wide out angle. Good striker of the ball. Kick is up. Floats to the right, so the conversion is unsuccessful. 21 points to 5. And it looks like there's been a couple substitutions come on the field for the Raptors. Looks like Maxwell Lum has come on. Zach Fenolio. There's one more substitution. We'll get that in a second. Definitely, they're going to need all the impact tonight coming off the bench. There's been a lot of running tonight.
Yeah, and on the Warriors side, Saya Uhila, last year's captain, comes off, and Jackson Kaka goes on.
Finds White again at the back. Leaves the ball behind, but the ball does flip back. There's Ryberg. There he goes. Needs to find support. He has run away, but he gets on his feet. He wasn't held. Referee says play on. They need to play the ball quickly. Peter Dahl. Alifa. Cruzet. Well taken in the tackle. Low pass. Monroe able to clean up. They've got numbers out wide if they choose to play out the back. And they do. They're in real trouble here. Good floating ball. Pass. Excellent carry by O'Neill. Hurdling over the tackle. This is absolute Raptors rugby now. Another advantage. Yes. Warriors doing anything they can to slow the ball down. What a momentum shift.
Yeah, you can see how quickly this game can turn on its head. You know, we're just outside 10 minutes into this half, and there's already been 2 tries, 1 from each team. First half, there was only 1 try, so if that's to tell you anything, this is going to be exciting the last 30 minutes. But the Raptors have all the momentum here right now. The Warriors doing their best to slow it down. As that ball has gone inside the 5. Great kick. This is a great opportunity here for the Raptors.
Stay with the ball now,
And again, it's risky when you're playing that up defense quickly. You've got to, later in the game, you've got to be able to get back fast, get back into alignment. They caught themselves short, and that's what the Raptors have been baiting them for the whole game, is to go out the back.
Go.
Massive line out for the Raptors. Ball is up. Monroe with the take. Good clean take as they set up the driving maul. Ball is available at the back.
Self-collapse, goal clear.
Well defended though by the Warriors. Look to reset. Low carry. Driving forward. Again, coming round the corner. This is better attack. Dull.
Numbers out wide.
Towards the line. There's Malifa. Throws it out the back. There's Taikato Simpson. Tries to do it again. Unable to do it. That could be in trouble. No, referee says he's going to confirm with the touch judge. Yes. A little bit of foul language there, but Whippy, he needed to catch that ball.
Yeah, he did. That's a little bit unfortunate, you know, but we saw the Raptors get penalized for an intentional knockdown there. Probably wasn't as bad as that one, so if they're going to be consistent, this is probably most likely going to be a penalty here.
What they'll be discussing here is, did that stop a try? If that did stop a try, I would suggest that Whippy is in trouble.
Clear line break. Deliberate knockdown
what the Warriors want. You know, the Raptors have come out strong this half. When I played with Josh Whippy at BYU, he was a sniper on those intercepts, so there's probably no doubt he was trying to play the ball, but the referees deemed it that it was an intentional knockdown. He's unfortunately going to spend 10 minutes in the penalty. This has to be where Glendale capitalizes and get back in this game.
Over the last 10 minutes, only 5 penalties for your team.
Warriors definitely on their heels as we see. Look at this. Taikato Simpson tries to throw it out the back.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. But the law is the law. It did prevent a try from being scored, so they will play a man down as they drive the ball into the corner. They'll look to set up that nice rolling maul again.
You know, how will the Warriors respond? They haven't really been tested thus until, you know, the last 5 minutes this game. They've had their foot on the pedal and on the throat of the Raptors, but now the game's been flipped on its head. They're going to have to turn on the defense. Statistically the best in the competition of the 2 games they've played, and now it's on their defense to get them home.
Glendale immediately rolls them all to the left. They've got numbers and control of the possession right now. Ball is at the back with O'Neill. Still working the ball upfield. Does find Purchase. O'Neill's still driving towards the line.
Ball.
And he goes over. It looks like he has grounded the ball. What does the referee say? The ball is held up. It was great work by O'Neill. It looked like he had actually rolled himself around in that tackle and placed the ball on the ground. Fortunately for him, referee wasn't in position, but nevertheless, great attacking opportunity, 5-meter scrum.
Yeah, great opportunity. Raptors doing what the Warriors did in the first half with that rolling maul from the line-out. Ford's doing a great job. Just unfortunately, you know, but also fortunately for the Warriors, there's no TV match official that can help make that decision. The referee deemed it held up, but still a great opportunity for these forwards to get on the front foot, give their back some attacking ball inside the 22-meter line.
This is a very difficult position. They're down their fullback. You can see on the screen, just to the left of the screen, you can see Fetu Vainakolo there. He has to check the short side. Because he does this, they're actually one man short. You see Ryberg right out on the left-hand side of the field. I wouldn't be surprised to see Malifa put the sneaky one across. You can see there. Lauti to the right of the post as that does drop the scrum. They've had a very good set piece this year, the Raptors. Made a coaching change in the off-season. Peter Warley's joined the team. Peter, former Crusader, Munster. He's got great pedigree. Had a good platform.
Yeah, like you said, Vainakolo has to check that front side, but Glendale has all 7 backs lined up. Pretty much 7 on 5 outside. Harley Davidson looking to insert in between 10 and 12. Could be used as a decoy, but he is an exciting player. But so is Ryberg on the other wing.
Big scrum. Vantage being played. Dropping back on the inside. Ball does go forward, but yes, it is a penalty. He's going to get the penalty. Looks like it was boring in. So they're going to bang this one into the corner. No, elected for another scrum. Again, good pressure at the scrum.
That's fine.
Yep, like earlier in the first half, you know, it seems like the second half these lineouts have been under control, but maybe that's the reason why they've elected for the scrum, because early in the game they weren't so now it's an opportunity to suck in more of the Warriors players, not give them an opportunity to put those extra players out on the back line through a line-out. But now they have a scrum, and now the Warriors are going to be stretched out wide in the back line.
Interesting to see what they do here again. You know the Warriors' defense from a backline perspective is going to try and take away as much space and time. See him there, almost in a 3-point stance. Wouldn't be surprised to see Malifa have a go here. As that scrum wheels again, yes, there will be another penalty. That is 2 in a row, and they'll want to be careful here.
Cook on the sideline, warming up, waiting, ready for his chance to come back in. Might add some more options in the lineup.
Come off, listen up, Captain.
We'll elect for another scrum.
Okay, at this stage, we spoke about earning the turn. At this stage, only one side is going forward.
Is Rogers on the left-hand side.
This side.
He's a big man. Rogers, Colorado, CU Boulder, D1A, best player. He's been involved with the Raptors, but he's definitely a good scrummager.
Fire me in. Here we go, Mikey. Here we go, kid.
Couch. Fine. Sit.
There goes the ball. In a platform, they've got to hold it up, the Warriors. Here is Malifa. Malifa, little show and go out the back. Plenty of numbers. Davidson needs to free his hands. He's unable to do so. Well done by Gannon Moore again. Holding the ball up, buying them time. And he's turned the ball over. Gannon Moore. Davidson, great job getting the ball out the back. They've decided to go quickly here. No, sorry, it was a knock on. But still playing advantage. Here's Vainakolo, steps on the inside. It throws one off the left foot. It will stay in bounds. How about this from Fetu? Fetu looks like he was taken. Still hacking the ball. Needs to find support. Flicks the ball inside.
What a ball. Kaka.
Trouble here. Good carry from Kaka. Kaka still on his feet. Oh, Fetu Vainakolo. He is on fire tonight, as you see Williams. Runs into a strong tackle. Ball is still there. O'Malley coming up on the outside is Dal. Looks like a little bit of obstruction. Referee says no. Flick down the back. Gannon Moore. How about that? It is the Moore Vainakolo show. But against the run of play, referee was playing advantage. Fetu Vainakolo created something out of nothing as we see the end here. I think there was an appeal. Yeah, pretty valid appeal there for infringement. Doesn't matter. Gannon Moore, right place, right time again. Raptors extend their lead. Heartbreaking stuff, though.
And the Raptors had everything from that set piece. They got the separation, they got the gap for Harley-Davidson, and then all he needed to do was free his arms, and he had two men unmarked on the outside. But a great ball and all tackle from Gannon Moore, forcing the turnover. And then once you have advantage, you can get a little bit risky, and that's what Vainicolo did, and he put it on that left boot that I don't think he's ever kicked off before based on that, but he was able to kick it, keep it in bounds, follow that up with that speed, get it back, and then it was just showtime from there. Out the back door, and Gannon Moore dots down.
I think the important thing was there is he didn't kick it.
Yeah.
Came off the side of the boot, but did stay in bound. Showed a little bit of his soccer skills as he raced Cruze down the blind side. But when it goes your way, Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, that's kind of been the tale of this game so far, James, is the Glendale, they've had opportunities, fewer than the Warriors, but they haven't capitalized on them. The Warriors have capitalized on that. Some of that good fortune with the bounce of the ball, but also some of that just great execution, and then putting these points on. 26-5 heading into the final 20 minutes with the kick to come. This is a big deficit.
Bally from a wide angle, puts the ball up, flirting with the post. Conversion is unsuccessful, and we will have a short break. But when we return, more scintillating action from Zions Bank Stadium. The Utah Warriors leading the Glendale Raptors 26 points to 5.
All that's left to me. Like a party, it feels like a damn good time to me. A bunch of country girls and back row boys all here to drink and sing.
Welcome back to Zions Bank Stadium. Absolutely brilliant rugby. And we're just going to see here on the highlight reel. Here's the end. There was some obvious obstruction. Referee said play on. Did run behind McClellan there and impede. Peter Dahl, didn't matter. Another out the back pass. They must do this a lot at practice.
Yeah, I think Tanata Lauti right now, you know, he still hasn't scored this season, but he's set up these 2 tries for the Warriors tonight. And I think he's just trying to add to that highlight reel with getting tricky by the out-the-back passes. But again, you know, yeah, maybe there was an appeal for obstruction. Maybe not. That's kind of up, but that's why you got to keep playing to the whistle. Warriors taking advantage.
Deep kick. Taking it back by Kaka. Setting a screen. Box kick is up. Another good box kick. Hanging up in the wind. Finds Malifa. Malifa looking to hold. Slides right upfield. Still going, Malifa. It's very dangerous. Hetza. There's Chad London on the field. Gives the ball to a charging Luke White. This is better stuff from the Raptors. Strong carry up the middle. Finding shape. Got options out the back. Choose to find them. Hetza looks inside. Great line by Ryberg. Ryberg! The man they call Muscle. Excellent try.
Oh, well, I think, you know, they got one back. I think if we look on the replay, that might have been a little bit forward. But again, you know, play to the whistle. The referee's got it, and, you know, that's a great try. Exactly what the Raptors need. They've been stringing phases together, kind of few and far between. And now they've finally capitalized again, but they need to do it again. They can't just let the Warriors get this momentum back like they've so far led into this game.
Yeah, and against a rush defense, when they come out like that, that inside line run by a winger is crucial. Forward, irregardless, doesn't matter. Ryberg is only 5'11", but he's 235. Might be a couple pounds more. He's definitely a strong runner and an excellent finisher. So here we are, 26 points to 12.
Your wingers are the ones you want to free up. They're your speed. You know that, James, as a former winger yourself. You want nothing more than to get your hands on the pill, because sometimes it doesn't happen very often in the game. And both Harley Davidson and Ryberg have managed to get the hands on the ball and then dot down.
Set up by Malifa. He's an excellent runner with the ball. Tell you what, as good as he is at selling a dummy, he wouldn't be bad at selling used cars after this, because he just opens up holes in defense. White. He's had another solid game tonight. Neil waiting. It in a strong carry. Gato Simpson. Wobbly old kick. And here's the man, the moment, Fetu Vainikolo. Bumps off. Chad London able to keep it bounds. The ball is still available. Utah does have the ball. Williams again. Good line by Vanderberg.
First arriver. You got it.
Referee says unplayable. That was some good work at the breakdown. Yep. Was Peter Dahl.
If you don't want to take it, they got to get second
He's appealing to the referee that he had his hands on the ball. I thought he had forced a turnover there.
Yeah, I did as well. Dahl's probably getting frustrated because he's doing all the hard work and he's not getting those turnovers like he normally does. But there was a great tackle there, ball and all again from Vainikolo. Looks like Davidson almost pushed him out of bounds, but they were able to keep that one in. And fortunately for the Warriors, they have the ball heading into the scrum. And looks like Josh Whippy will be coming back on pretty soon. Oh, he's already back on, but did he just come back on?
He did, so it's not often you can come at actually scoring more than your man down.
Yeah, exactly. So that's ideal scenario. Now back to full strength, 15 on 15. Whippy having a 10-minute breather to get his legs refreshed.
Okay, so get the bind up, get it high.
He's back on.
Both him and his brother had pretty gruesome injuries here last year. Similar injuries, same injuries, broken legs.
Yeah, I mean, they're twins in every sense of the word, even when one gets hurt. Unfortunately, both injuries were pretty similar. Both happened on breaks. Good runs, just leg got stuck in the field and they got tackled. And good to see Josh back on the field, Jared not too far away.
Free kick is awarded.
Moving.
Taking their time.
Coaching staff saying they want to scrum. Let's see if Captain O'Malley agrees with him.
Yep, they will call for the scrum.
The set I want you to... Yeah, you got a bind on me though, yeah? Okay, good, thanks.
So we see on the near side,
Let's go,
battle going on by Vanderberg. That's Marco Fepuulei. See Auckland, mitre 10.
Coach!
Rugby player. He's got great pedigree. He's been a valuable addition to this Raptors side.
Sit! Up, elbow up, go.
Get to feed.
You did 9.
Platform's there. Flat is O'Malley, charging at the line. Good, strong carry by O'Malley. Work by Dahl, slowing down the ball again. Strong defense from the Raptors. Not held. Oh, this is great work. Vanderberg. He's a front row forward. Would you believe it? Look at him go. He's got the wheels. Will he get to the line? Oh. Magical stuff from the front rower. Utah. Right on the Raptors goal line again. Jensen over the ball. Kaka gives it to McClellan.
Good defense.
Inching towards the line. Cullen is out to the right.
They got numbers out to the right if they want to use it.
We'll pick and go. The ball's still available.
Loudy's screaming for it on the white.
Over the hands of Gannonmore. Gannonmore flicks it inside to Loudy. Pops it back up. Will Moore score again? Well defended in the corner by London. There's Weppy getting in the mixer.
Stay on the line.
The man that started it all, Vandenberg, lowers his shoulder. Calling him around the corner is Williams. Williams shows, goes back on the inside. Flicks the ball up. Little show and go from Mika.
He's all alone.
He's in trouble here. The ball is stolen. Excellent work at the breakdown.
Could change.
This is end-to-end rugby. There go the Raptors. Needs to find support. He's running away from his support. He won't need it.
He's gone.
Coming onto the field. How about that for an impact? That was a brilliant individual effort.
Man, when you talk about a 14-point swing, that's exactly what that was. And finally, the luck that the Glendale Raptors have been missing and the magic they've been missing. And what a beautiful run. Is that Chad Goff? Hometown hero from Salt Lake City here, played his rugby at the University of Utah. Had his family, no doubt, in the stands cheering him on as he runs 100
He's not
yards.
front row, is he?
Yeah. Speed.
That must be a record. That's probably the longest try scored by a front rower in the last couple of years, certainly in Major League Rugby.
Oh, definitely in Major League Rugby, but the wheels that he had, you know, and that's the impact we see from those substitutes, and that's why they're so crucial. The Warriors inches from the goal line. Again, credit to that great Glendale defense from keeping them out. And then Ika got a little bit greedy, going there by himself, trying to snipe an easy 5 points there. Great work by the forward, staying home on that inside run to force the turnover. And then when your scrum half or your halfback goes in, there's really no one there to clean up. And so that was dangerous there from the Warriors, and they paid full price for it.
Warriors bringing on Alexander Tukchi and Mungualoa. So it's nice to be able to bring an Eagle off the bench.
Yep, definitely. And that's also what the Raptors have been missing, is their Eagles, haven't they? But this is just a 7-point game right now. And so it's really anyone's game as we near the 10-minute mark left in this one.
O'Malley. O'Malley to White. We've called that combination a few times. And there goes White, charging away. This is where Glendale is dangerous, on the front foot. Malifa. Oh, through the outstretched arms. Great run by London. London needs support. He finds support from Van Niesen. Van Niesen still going.
Wow.
Still on his feet. Would you believe it? They've got numbers galore to the left.
Oh.
Unable to get the ball there. Kaka comes away with it. I believe that was Ryberg.
Get back. Get back.
Exciting rugby, both teams. Warriors now not looking to kick it, looking to run it right back.
They are held up here. Is the ball available? It is available. They want to settle down here. Don't fall into the trap.
They're going to short-staffed here. They got no numbers.
Good job at the breakdown. Resourcing it well. It's Jensen. Jensen met in a good solid tackle. These reserves for the Raptors are really adding another layer. O'Malley looks to just find touch and get a bit of reprieve.
Well, you could say, you know, the Raptors have all the momentum right now. These, you know, what was working so well for the Warriors in the first half with coming off the line quickly is now kind of starting to hurt the Warriors as the Raptors have been able to snipe behind, find these breaks from these Warriors flying out for the big hits. See Vainikolo come off, limping a little bit. Josh Anderson, Salt Lake City native, comes on to fill his shoes.
Malifa, Hetzer. Well held.
Take.
Ball does slip out the back of London's hands.
And away.
Still available. Looking to probe back down the blind side. Petzer sells a dummy. Looks to free his hands. He can't do. The extra roll is critical there. Buys time. Raptors still making meters. This is great patience from the side. Malifa looking for inside again.
What a take.
There's Ryberg. Can he do it twice? Yes, he can.
Oh my goodness. What a take. First of all, talk about the hands. I don't know if his other hand touched the ball. That was one hand brilliance. And the machine takes it and rambles it home. Look at that. Great take. Had a man on the inside, sells the dummy, and then Whippy can't make the cover tackle. Dots down. The conversion will tie this game up. Can you believe it? This 10 minutes for Glendale has been magic.
This is the experience of the sideline. And the experience of a man like Malifa. Malifa, twice in a row, he always tends to choose the right option. And again, that defense coming up on the outside. A little bit lazy on the inside, leaving holes.
Yeah, exactly. That inside ball, that, you know, it's given Warriors problems all day. And fortunately, well, up until this point, it was fortunate that Glendale hadn't capitalized on it, but now they're starting to make things stick. Now they're starting to score. This kick here by Diachevo will tie things up.
Here's Diachevo. Bangs it off the upright. Of course, Diachevo, real Denver rugby figure, a number of years with the Barbarians in both 7s and 15s. Been involved in this setup now for a couple of years. Good to bring on experience like that, but would you believe it? 26 points apiece, 8 minutes to go, and really if you're Glendale now, momentum's all behind them.
Yeah, definitely. So the Warriors have to stop the bleeding, because right now they're on verge of bleeding out. Luckily for them, they had built a big enough lead that these last few quick tries from the Raptors haven't hurt them too much to this point, but they need to be the next to strike back with 8 minutes left.
Good contestable kick. It does spill forward, so it will be Warriors ball. Referee is playing advantage. Just want to not rush things here. Build phases. Williams, good option there. Good defense. Connor Cook smashes him in the tackle. They're going backwards here. Cullen looks to lower his shoulder and go over the top. Malifa's in good position there. Good bustling run, but met in another solid tackle. What this Raptors side is playing with another layer of intensity as O'Malley looks to bang it in behind. Ball does bounce, and bounce awkwardly. It is to Davidson. Davidson beats his opposite. Sets off downfield. Sliding through the tackle, the ball did go forward though. Unlucky.
Warriors a little frustrated, peeling for offside there, but that was unlucky again. You know, the Warriors starting to lose their patience, also starting to lose their focus, catching the balls flat-footed. Glendale's catching them behind the advantage line, putting on big hits, driving them back, and changing the feel of this game, forcing turnovers.
Yes, they are. Warriors got to be patient. You often fall into that trap. The momentum's against you and the other team. Things are happening. Those balls that are connecting hand. You think you need to do that as well. They need to do what they've done the whole game. Just control possession. Control possession. 3 points will do it. So territory, giving up a penalty is massive when you've got a kicker like O'Malley. Anyway, good attacking opportunity. O'Malley and Whippy are stacked directly behind the scrum. Luciano is on the field. Big scrum. Ball looks like it might be in range too for O'Malley.
It's kind of difficult to tell what the wind's doing, but O'Malley knows this, knows his leg better than anyone else. Looking towards the sideline.
It is swirling, but yet you can see they do have a head breeze. We are set up for an epic finish here.
It's in bounds.
It does not stay in bounds. So, what can the Raptors do inside the 22?
Leave it, you missed it. Stay here. Right here.
Out the back to Malifa.
Oh,
here's where they're dangerous. There goes White. Here's Chad London looking to straighten. Tries to run around the outside. Met a good tackle by Anderson. There's White again. Good, strong carry. There's numbers on the blind side if they choose to use them. There's Petza. Petza. Davidson's been well wrapped up this match. Cook. Cook. Good run. Williams does a good job over the top of the ball. Still available, but look, they've got a broken line. Malifa doesn't need much of an option. Oh, unlucky stuff, but this Warriors defense They're coming up in 1s and 2s. This is very dangerous.
Really dangerous, you know, and it kind of goes back to everything went their way for the first 60, 65 minutes of this game. They built a big lead. They kind of turned off there for a second. Glendale has taken advantage of that. Now they have all the momentum. Warriors need to use this last 5 minutes. Maybe Captain O'Malley needs to bring him in, talk to them, you know, say we got to get back to our structure, got to stop trying to come out and be one-man heroes, one-man shows, and just work as a team to get them over the line. Because it really is anyone's game in this last 4 minutes.
At this stage, the scrum setup is all perfect.
Williams down on the ground. A lot of running so far, and really condition's going to come front here. You know, the Warriors haven't played as much rugby. You can do all the training you want outside of the stadium, but once you get inside the stadium, once the game gets going, it's very hard to replicate that intensity, especially the intensity of the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can't replicate it until you're in a game, and you know that's what we were saying at the start with having these two guys only played 2 games. They haven't had this many opportunities of closing games out. And so this will be really interesting as we see Natamai Tonga come on the field as an impact replacement and a substitute for the injured Lance Williams.
Let's go!
Williams has had a great game so far. He's carried the ball a lot. He's been very good on defense. So, around 4.5 minutes left. Luciano to feed. Gannon Moore stacked out to the left. This will stacked out to the right.
No. That one work. I need a deeper bind from you.
UTAvGLEN
Nice and deep as well.
played with the Seattle team last year. It's been a valuable addition so far. I like the combination of him and Gannon so far in this match.
Definitely been able to match up. You know, the back line, the Warriors have started to, you know, finally feed that hunger they've had by being able to stretch their legs and score, and they're going to have to do it one more time. Get one more chance if they're going to close out this game. Glendale looking to turn this ball over in the midfield, capitalize on that broken play which has got them back into the game thus far.
Ciano.
Tight head.
One against the head. We got trouble here. Malifa. Running at the line. Oh, again. The referee said there was a fair effort made there. Some appeals to say intentional knockdown, but I did think he went for the ball there. But again, didn't need to come down on the outside. It's dangerous stuff. They had the numbers. They just need to play flag defense.
And it comes down again to that patience. You know, the patience. Yeah, there's not long left. You need to try and spark something. But flying out, leaving your man, leaving those gaps open. Glendale started to execute against them. And so they have to get back, be a little bit more patient, not only on offense, but also on defense. But how about that scrum from Glendale, turning one over on the head? That doesn't happen very often, and in such a crucial moment with 2 minutes left, that was impressive.
Tell you what, people are up on their feet right now.
Fine.
We are set for quite the finish in this one. Look at that scrum. What a great scrum to work off of. Fighting the muscle again. Good strong carry. Quite deliberate round the corner. Messy though. And still with Glendale.
Good run.
Strong carry. Alifa. Good short ball.
Oh, he's hanging on by a thread.
Excellent work by London there. Piling into the counter-ruck on the outside.
Good counter-ruck here from the Warriors.
Their feet. The ball is still available. Trouble here for the Warriors. Malifa. Oh, great running line on the outside.
Oh, he's lost it. Forward. Dangerous part of the field for the Warriors to be in. You know, great work not giving away a penalty because that could end the game here. Unfortunately for Glendale, he has lost the ball forward in contact, giving the Warriors a bit of breathing room. Now with 60 seconds left by our game clock, what do? Do they look to clear and play the territory game, or do they keep it in their hands and try and close this one out from 75 meters away? Because they can do that, they have the power, but it is a risk.
You're going to have to look after that scrum first. They really struggled in the scrum. You know, the impact of this Glendale Raptors sub, they've just brought a whole new level of intensity. So it all starts with a set piece. Whippy is set out on the left-hand side of the field. You've got Anderson. Anderson, big, tall, rangy winger.
Good scrum again.
Ball does come out the back. Gully drops it back to Gannon Moore. Lowers his shoulder. Patience is needed here. O'Malley going at the line. Building phases.
Big Tucci.
Run by Tucci. Skips Whippy here. Elkington. Pops out the back. Here's O'Malley, just lowers his shoulder. He's got Jensen. Jensen's calling support. In the end, just has to lower his shoulder. Good defense, though, by the Raptors. Referee says there was a tackle, calling for players to release. Good strong carry. He's isolated, though. This could be a huge penalty if he gives it away. No, it's still there and available. Gannon Moore. Gannon Moore lowers his shoulder. He is down. They have to let him go. No, they didn't let him go.
It's unfortunate there because that is a great tackle, but that is the rule. When his knee touches the ground, they got to let him go. Give him a chance to release the ball. So by our standards, the game clock is up. So this is the last play of the game.
Yes, the game can't end on a line out anymore, so Warriors will have one last shot, but he's got to find touch. Missed a crucial kick earlier on. Just nudges it up towards the halfway. Tell you what, there's some tired bodies out there now. This is where it counts.
Empty the tank here, leave nothing on the field, both sides. You know, like we saw so far, just because the Warriors have the ball throwing into the line out, that means nothing in the sense of this game. There have been tries scored on broken plays on both teams. So this is interesting. 50-meter mark, a duel to end the game.
Oh, and there's a miscommunication in the line out. That is costly.
That's not going to be how it ends. Oh, it is. It's anticlimactic there, isn't it, James? Let's do some overtime, but no, that looks like that's going to be how it's ending.
And that will be it. So, feel a little bit breathless.
Yeah.
A little disappointed there's no winner. But what about the Glendale Raptors coming back and tying this ball game? Fantastic effort. If it comes down to it, the subs were much more clinical.
Yeah, I mean, both teams pretty gutted. Both teams wanted that win. Both teams probably deserved that win, depending on the stretch of the game you looked at. So it does feel kind of anticlimactic, but that is rugby. You know, at the end of the 80 minutes, these two teams couldn't be separated, and it will be a draw.
Well, but, you know, talk about Major League Rugby this season. We'll come right back in a few minutes. At the end of the whistle, 26 points to all. We have a tied ball game. Zions Bank Stadium. We'll be right back in a second.
A lot can happen when your sidekick is a dog.
Okay, I got this.
That's why you use Zelle in the Mountain America app. It makes sending and receiving money fast and easy. So Kicker and I can keep the adventure going.
Zelle is now in the Mountain America mobile app. Quickly send and receive money from almost anyone with a bank account in the U.S.
Kicker, my sleeping bag. I've got this.
All with the convenience and security of the Mountain America app.
Hi, I'm Ned Siegfried. Siegfried & Jensen has been handling injury cases in Utah for over 30 years. In addition to our main office in Salt Lake, we have recently opened offices for your convenience in Ogden, Provo, and St. George. Even though most business these days is done online, we really enjoy meeting our clients in person whenever possible. If you've had the misfortune of being injured, call us. We can probably tell you right on the phone whether or not you have a case.
All that's left to me is beating in this guitar. Every night a different town, she follows me around. So you get what's left to me. Yeah, you get what's left to me. 'Cause it feels like a party. It feels like a damn good time to me. A bunch of country girls and back row boys all here to drink.
Welcome back as we see some of these scintillating highlights. Johnny, what a match.
Yeah, what a great match. You know, I'm out of breath, but I'm ready for more because it ended in a draw. But we've seen highlights from our man of the match, Gannon Moore.
It definitely well deserved. He's 2 try-saving tackles, and he was everywhere on attack, so I think he'll feature heavily in the midfield to finish the season.
Yeah, but what a great game. You know, you talk about the Warriors probably dominating the majority of that match, maybe 65, 70 minutes even. But that Glendale defense, especially down near their goal line, being able to hold on and force the Warriors to score not as many points as they needed to win this game. And then they're able to capitalize on that 10 minutes and take this game back to a draw.
And that will be it from us. Tied ball game, 26 points. All will be back next time. Thank you very much for joining us.
A lot can happen when your sidekick is a dog.
Kicker! Okay, I got this.
That's why you use Zelle in the Mountain America app. It makes sending and receiving money fast and easy. So Kicker and I can keep the adventure going.
Zelle is now in the Mountain America mobile app. Quickly send and receive money from almost anyone with a bank account in the U.S.
Kicker, my sleeping bag. I've got this.
All with the convenience and security of the Mountain America app.
Tooele. Humble beginnings to unlimited tomorrows. It's a bold new day in Tooele. So much, so close. For more information, contact us at tooelevalley.org.